Today, it's the one and only Big Gang. Y'all know, top Chicago representative, low end landlord and specialist, Chicago, Illinois, 39th. Big city. Wentworth Gardens representative. Shout out to the home team. Today, I'm going to have a class on the one and only G Herbo, aka Swerve, aka Postal Smoker, aka Herb, aka Lil Herb, all that. Okay, so today we'll start from the tippy top. Lil Herb is from the east side of Chicago, and a lot of what the south, what I would like to call the southeast side of Chicago. But to be honest with you, everything across State Street is considered east. From State to Lake, and then you got everything over there south that's considered the east. So let's start here. G Herbo is from a neighborhood, Essex area, Chatham Avalon little area, okay, South Shore. Basically, the area that he comes from is historically known for being a middle class area of Chicago. It's not necessarily a lot of drugs and a lot of extra violence, but it's enough to make you go, You get what I'm saying? So we'll start there. We'll start with the G Herbo. Okay. First of all, I don't know too much about him as far as like his birthday and everything. So I know he young. I know all this and that. What I do know is he a part. Now the street, we can go there. I do know he's a part of a gang called No Limit Muskegon Boys. And the street Muskegon is on the east side. For those who don't know about No Limit Muskegon, let me tell you what that is. That is a gang that has been around for almost 100 years. The Muskegon Boys. It's been around for a long time. Google it, look it up. I could be wrong on the actual age, but don't quote me saying. I quote me knowing and saying for sure, it's over 40 to 50 years. For sure. That's how long it's been going. It started off as a faction of GDs, and of course, that area that they're from is Black Stones. They Stones. There's Stones over there. Stones and GDs. It's the legendary adage. I've always tell everybody, if you're from Chicago, if you know, you know. You know that Chicago is a gang city. You know Chicago is gang cultured. And your ops can be just across the street from you, literally. Like, your ops can be across a main boulevard street from you. Like, across this 79th, these are the you get into it with. So for the most part, you've seen G Herbo tell you from many interviews, he had his mom around, his dad was around. He wasn't really like an impoverished kid per se, but he seen it happen. Like, it's Chicago. Like, I don't think bro, even the kids that got a little privilege see jet, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the kids that got, that's how up Chicago is. Like Detroit, like New York, like I ain't even gonna say New York, Chicago, like for sure, like even if you got a little bit of privilege or you got a little bit of money or family or prestige, you gonna see some bad. It's gonna happen. So their main ops and rivals are KTS. I don't know if you're familiar with KTS or who they are, but is basically it's basically an op of groups. Killed, I forgot what KTS mean. I know it's killed to something. Killed to shoot or some shit like that. I could be wrong, but I definitely know it's that. And basically, I don't know, they made ops, KTS Vaughn, they killed him. They shot him like 50 times outside of the police station. You can look up and see which one of G Herbo friends did that. And he's passed away as well. You can look up Mad Max. You can look up the Colorful Cast of Characters. You can look up No Limit Mainsky and a couple of other guys that, what I can say is he's run with an established group of killers and guys that's about that. Like, I'm not gonna take that away from him. But I will say this: No Limit ain't just all the same people. As you can see, Cairo has had issues with G Herbo. You can see other rappers from that area who've tried to come up. This G Herbo or have a little grievances. Was that his like his first beef, or which one was his like first beef? His first beef was KTS Vaughn them.
So KTS Vaughn?
Yeah, him and his brother was giving them boys the flux. Like,
what was the beef over?
Man, I don't like your team don't like mine. We Mo's and GDs and y'all GDs, and our side don't get along with your side. And what happened was I don't know if you ever seen the infamous McDonald's video. That's KTS Vaughn smacking niggas in the McDonald's video. He be smacking G Herbo homeboys and stuff. And that was them. The advantage of that has always been like on some real. Y'all gotta understand. In Chicago, it usually starts off with an aggressor, then the other niggas start aggressing.
So it's never the two people have the same motive.
Nah.
And then the aggressor starts on the meetup?
They started with them first. Like, y'all look pretty, no limit, y'all, ooh, and they thought it was something sweet about them. Like, G Herbo and them had to get on the defense. They had to. Like, they had to, or they would have been killed. They was taking a lot of losses. Kobe, all of them. A lot of people was dying on his side. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he was making before he made ball like I'm Kobe. All that before like you gotta understand when he was first jumping off the porch with this rap, he was already becoming a target. They was already targeting them. They was already taking losses. You see, Bibby got his money, got in, got out. Bibby did like because they wasn't supposed to be the rappers. They weren't supposed to be rappers. They were school kids. They was hoopers. G Herbo is a hooper.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Bibby is a hooper. They was hoopers. They was playing basketball. They was going to school.
But was Herbo seemed to be on that type of time while doing that? Clearly, right? So he couldn't fully focus.
I don't. You know what it is? The streets will call you so much that you won't have no choice, but to, you feel me?
Dibble and dabble.
Yeah. Like I ain't nobody like, bro. For me, for instance. Like, even though I came up and had the upbringers I had, all I wanted to do was play basketball and football. I ain't like when I really started thugging, I ain't want to get in the mix. Like, nobody just starts out. Like, we want to be who don't want to be tough in the hood. But nobody, like the kids that really want to make it, nobody starts off with the villain arc. Man, you usually start off, you want to hoop, play basketball, you got dreams. But bro, after you done been in the street so long, you done seen so much, you done seen your homies get clipped, that turn you into something you not. That turn you into a beast. That man, you lost 5 homeboys in 1 year. That's why I feel bad. That's why I feel bad for these kids. Because I know what's driving you to the streets. I know what's making you go crazy. I know what's making you lose your mind. I know what's making you look at everything different in life. I know what's making you change up from getting A's and B's to getting D's and F's. You traumatized. You traumatized. Your mama talking about something, boy, ooh, you gotta make it out. Like, how am I gonna make it out? Or ooh, where everybody around me is getting killed and I'm possibly next.
But that's a good segue in the sense of, so what led him to get a deal and get recognized? Was it the beef stuff? Or?
It was really just him being a skilled rapper. G Herbo is one of the most, I'll be the first nigga to say this. He is one of the most premier lyricists from Chicago. G Herbo for sure is in my top 5 Chicago artists all time.
Dang.
Hell yeah.
That's saying
top 5. G Herbo was talented enough, and then he cool. You got to think they got that connection. I always say them connections. Slick, T Slick, who passed away, Chief Q homeboy, One Eye Slick that just passed away.
Yeah, I remember
him.
Yeah,
and what the f- is his name? His brother Doo-Wop and
KP
Cat.
said he was locked up with him.
And Cat. They are the connection between Chief Keef, G Herbo, and Lil Bibby them. Because they stayed over in the area where Bibby them stayed at. So it's like, they put that together. So it ain't that hard. In Chicago, it's always somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. So that's how they was able to get in. And come on, man, I tell you all the time. Once Chief Keef started that explosion, it opened the doors for everybody. That's why, to this day, on Chief Keef new album, you gonna hear G Herbo on there. From what I say and what I understand, man, like I only seen G Herbo maybe like twice in life, ever, like in real life, like encounter close enough to touch. Same humble, cool, funny, normal dude. Like you could just tell, like man, he wasn't trying to like he just trying to rap. He was just trying to rap.
My bad. What was the song that set him off that got him kills?
That was it. A couple niggas that down the ride for a homicide and trying look herb why dudes this. Your bitch wetter than the pool pit. There's some Ray Bans and the bank and some cool shit. But now I'm back to some kill shit. That's what put him on. Kill shit is the song that put him on. I say this too. But however, in his in that belying cool nature, don't take him light. He bout that. Like I ain't saying like nigga just out here killing people in a mass murder, but he ain't no punk.
Well, this is the thing, gang. When people say he like that, that don't mean that they killing people. That means he'll stand up for his. That don't mean you got to be a cold-blooded killer gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like he like that. Like let's set the foundation for he like that. Like you ain't gonna play with that man. You know
ain't
what I'm
gonna play
saying?
with him. Like bro, I tell people all the time. Like man, I don't give off that energy. I'm a bully. But if you know me, you know me. Like man, I'm like that. While you playing, I'm really like that.
So was he always? So a lot of people saying he's a bully in a sense because you saw what he did with, you know. So you know, is he a bully or is that just a part of the play? And let's kind of wrap up here. Like on top of that, like after answering that, where does G Herbo go from here? And is he finished? Because it seemed like he been quiet.
Nah, man, he ain't finished. He just dropped something. I ain't gonna say he just dropped, but he was just on Cheap Key Project. Like, G Herbo is now going into household name status. Remember I tell you my list, my A list, my B list, and my C list. And he's going from A list to household name now. Like, with YG, he's going from A list to household name now. I got tiers. I got Superstar, Hall of Fame legend, superstar. Then you got A-list, B-list. I mean, you got household name, superstar, A-list, B-list, C-list. And G Herbo is breaking from A-list into, he's already a superstar. So let me phrase that. He's breaking from superstar household name into, superstar A-list to household name. Where now white moms are knowing who he is. You get what I'm saying? They're looking up his music. Like, he just had Katy Perry singing one of his songs. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a different bag. Like with Dirk. Dirk's in a different lane. Like, Dirk is going, he's a household name now. He running how Dirk is a superstar household name.
I would say Dirk's definitely over Herbo in a sense of notoriety, name, all that. Because, you know, he on 2K, all this stuff.
Dirk the biggest rapper from Chicago that ain't Chief Keef. Dirk the biggest rapper from the shot is not Sosa.
So I got something that I kind of want to spawn off of this because this is one of our biggest shorts that's been kind of running up. So there was a thing back when Nadi said that G Herbo needs to get some security. And a lot of people are talking in the comments. They're like, G Herbo doesn't need security. He is the security and stuff like that. Like, man, what are you talking about? What that you talking, bro? Swerve blood, he bull. Look what happened to Shot of Shells. I don't think he needs security, bro. I gotta say, who Shot of Shells? Like, that's a thing I want to ask. We can wrap up. I meant to ask you. What
Shells? That's a rapper. That's a rapper. Shells. I think he just got out.
So what happened between him and Shot of Shells? Did he do something to Shot of Shells? Or
yeah.
So break that down, and then let's talk about if he needs security or not.
Man, G Herbo don't need no security. G Herbo don't need no security. Just like I told you, like certain people just don't need security. Like Kevin Gates, you don't need security for Kevin Gates.
Gucci don't need security.
Gucci don't need security. Certain niggas, you know, they already
don't need no security.
Flocka don't need, man. He's 6 foot something and big.
And he can fight.
And he can fight. Certain people don't need security. Like me, I don't need security. Like, you're going to look at me regardless and you're going to be like, you got to look at the bigger picture when it comes to like rappers like G Herbo, man, R.I.P. Fredo Santana. He didn't need no security. Certain niggas just don't need no security, bro. Like, bro, I tell my artists all the time, one of my artists, he needs security. I be like, bro, you can't go nowhere under security because nigga, you get whooped on. You can't. You too cocky. You can't shut up. You need security. Some people I know you don't need security because you good. You gotta hold your own. And so with that being said, I'll say this about G Herbo to give a bigger and better, broader statement. G Herbo basically been around Chicago hip hop for a long time. He gonna stay around. One thing I'd like to see him do that he hasn't done, I'd love to see him flourish as like a executive, because he know a lot of good rappers. Like Mansky's not a bad rapper. Like a lot of his guys, his homies that rap, they're good rappers. Thank y'all for tuning in to this episode of Big Games, Class with Big Game. You know, Chicago theory, history, all that good stuff. Ain't really no name to it because we really just sitting here sugar and driving. Like, subscribe, share, all the good content. Get up with me. Hey man, it's your boy Big Game. You tapping into Pop Austin Media. You like that content? Man, hit that like, subscribe button and get in tune for sure, for sure.